What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be talking about Spirit Halloween's 2025 lineup. And I will say this year is a great year for Spirit Halloween. There's only 3 animatronics that I don't like this year so far. 2 of them I just plain don't like them as animatronics, but one of them was probably one of the biggest disappointments ever. And we'll talk about those in a second. But everything else is like really good. I like everything else besides those 3, which I will talk about those 3. But the reason why I didn't do this sooner because I didn't really feel like just going around talking about just the pictures. I really wanted to make a video about them in action, if you know what I mean. But now I'm here. There's only 2 animatronics this year, so there's only 2 animatronics left this year, I should say, that don't have demos yet. But I'm pretty sure those demos will come out really soon. So let's jump into the first animatronic. Okay, guys, so the first animatronic that we have to look at here this is like probably the best picture I could get with I could show it on full screen. But this is, of course, Jack the Reaper, which it's been long enough, but finally we have a Jack the Reaper animatronic, which I'm super stoked to have this guy in Spirit Halloween this year. This guy looks incredible. Again, he doesn't have a demo yet, which I'm pretty sure it's going to come out soon. This one, and there's another one that doesn't have a demo yet. But this guy, he looks pretty big. He looks giant. He looks like he's going to be about like 8 feet, 9 feet tall, which is good because you got to have Spirit Halloween's mascot be huge like that. And one cool thing that it looks like he'll do is he looks like he's going to have motion tracking from like Nibbles from last year. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hope maybe it'll be better than Nibbles. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else to do. Maybe he'll move his arm or his head. What the hell am I saying? Of course he'll move his head. I did not mean to say that. Of course his head's going to move, but maybe his hand. And I don't think he would turn from side to side. He looks like, I mean, he's holding a scythe and stuff. I don't think he'll be turning from side to side. But we know his head will be moving, and maybe his arm will be moving, and hopefully his mouth. And hopefully, please give him a good voice, because I'm going to flip out if he has a bad voice, because that's just not going to be right if Jack the Reaper does not have a good voice. But overall, he does look like he's going to be a pretty good animatronic. I'm not sure how much he'll be, though. Considering it's Spirit's mascot, probably like in the high 200s and or low 300s even. But yeah, so that is Jack the Reaper. Go on to the next one.
Have a beautiful head.
Yes, it will complete our collection nicely.
Don't be afraid. Come closer. Take a candy.
And let's carve up some fun this night. Our treats are crafted from your darkest nightmares.
Okay, guys, so that was Headcase Harry. And I'm using Stucky and Bud's videos for some of this because some of these are not on the website just yet. So yeah. So Headcase Harry, without a doubt, is the best clown this year. Which we're getting so many clowns this year, which it doesn't really make sense because last year was a carnival, and this year we have more clowns than we did last year. But I will say that some of these clowns this year. Actually, no, never mind. Con Candy Dan, I don't know. He's a really cool clown. But I'm not sure if I like this guy or Con Candy Dan better, but this guy is incredibly cool. When I first saw that he was a clown, I was beyond disappointed. I was like, Headcase Harry is not going to be a good animatronic this year. But then we saw like box images and then like more clear images, and I was like, this guy is pretty freaking cool. It's like a mutated clown. I love it. And I also love that there's blood on it. Like, this looks like an online-only animatronic that's actually going to be in stores this year. I cannot wait to see this guy in person this year. And I just love that he has blood on him. I just love his, like, mutated head. And he just looks awesome. I love Headcase Harry. a lot. And I also love that he's holding a weapon as well. Don't really see a lot of animatronics that have weapons. I also really like his color scheme, like silver kind of, and like orange and stuff. That's not really one that we've seen before. I like it. And also I realized it looks like in his other hand he's holding like treats or something. He's holding something in his other hand. I'm just not really too sure what it is. This is a little bit blurry, but it's still good enough for what. But Headcase Harry is definitely the best clown this year. Some people might not agree with me. I know a lot of people really like Monkey Business, but from my opinion, Headcase Harry is the best clown this year. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
This place holds countless souls, each a prisoner. This is your fate now, too. We are bound to this cursed place together.
Okay, guys, so that was Crypt Countess, and I will say Crypt Countess is a really great animatronic, but there is only one thing that I dislike about her, and that thing is the face. So don't get me wrong, the face, it doesn't really work for me. I'm not a big fan of it. It just looks like a. I mean, I get it. This thing is made by SVI, but I feel like this thing could have had a way better face than that. It just doesn't really look that scary at all. Because when I first saw images of it, I thought this thing was going to be kind of scary, but the face does not really make it look that scary at all. And I wish her eyes wouldn't light up. It would just, I think it would look better if her eyes didn't light up and stuff. I mean, they're like the same eyes as like Creepy Towering Clown and Hugs the Clown and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so to the things I like about her. Her animation, holy crap. I did not think that she was going to be thrashing around like that. That is absolutely insane, dude. I thought she was going to turn side to side or something like that. I didn't think she was going to be like Twitching Banshee's grandmother or something like that. Or actually, I don't... Actually, no, Miserable Marie's Twitching Banshee's grandmother. But this one is just really cool. Not as good as Twitching Banshee, I'd say, but this is really cool. I also like her clothes, too. I like the creepy cloth, and I love how she has chains holding, or like not holding, hanging from her hands and stuff. That's just pretty cool. And I also kind of like how her head is like just kind of like stabilized, like it doesn't move around with the rest of the body. It just like stays looking in one direction and stuff. Like it doesn't really move at all. And also this thing is pretty tall too. It's 7 feet tall, which it looks like it's way taller than 7 feet. Like it looks like it's like 9 feet, but 7 feet works for this thing pretty good. It is $300 though, which I feel like it could have been a little bit cheaper. I feel like $280 would have been completely fine for this. I don't think it really needed to be $300, but I guess it kind of works. I mean, I understand there's like tariffs and stuff going on, which I will say that because I mean that's always, I'm always thinking about all that and stuff with these animatronics this year, but yeah. But overall, Crypt Countess is a really amazing animatronic. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Round and round. Come on, I'll give you one free throw. Then it's my turn to throw a knife at you.
Okay, guys, so that was Bullseye. And also, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I'm using Stucky and Bud's videos for like all the ones that aren't on the website and stuff, if you know what I mean. I mean, we have his demo. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the website soon, or I don't know. He's just not showing up on the website for me. But I feel like some of you guys might expect me to kind of don't like this guy, but I actually really do like him. I wasn't a big fan of him when we first saw Clear Images, but I do like this guy now. I love I like how the target rotates with his head. That's pretty cool. I mean, I knew his head was going to spin 180 to, or not on, I think 360. Whenever I want to say 180 or 360, I always want to say 180. But I just thought it was just going to be that. I thought the target was going to stay in place, but I do like how the target rotates with the head and stuff. And I'm not a big fan of his face, though. Like, it kind of looks like kind of happy and stuff. Doesn't really look that scary. But I do like how he has like an eye patch on. That looks pretty sick. I also love how detailed like the target is. Like, it has like a star and stuff. There's like knives being thrown at the target. And it's like dirty and like has blood on it. But it looks like it like folds and it looks like it's cardboard, which seriously, you couldn't think of a better material to make that damn target out of besides cardboard. Because it was already bad enough when Bobby Strings' cross had cardboard, but cardboard just breaks easily and stuff. I don't understand why they can't just do something like that. But I just realized this now. He does like have like a little scar on like his forehead. I do really like that. I also do like his pink hair though. There's not really a lot of animatronics with pink hair. It's pretty cool. But he is pretty small though, and but yeah, he's definitely one of the ones that are like lower on the list for me. He's definitely not in like my top 10 favorites or anything. But I do really like Bullseye. He is a pretty cool animatronic, I will say that. Okay, guys, so on to the next one. This is the other one that does not have a demo for us, but I'm pretty sure the demo will be out soon. But this is Young He from Squid Games, and I'm not a Squid Game guy. I've never watched Squid Games before, but I will say this thing does look pretty cool. But however, this is Spirit Halloween's most expensive animatronic ever. This thing is $700, which I guess Squid Game is a popular game, and I kind of see why it would be $700. But I'm also pretty sure this thing is going to be like giant too. I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be like 10 feet tall. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. But hopefully, but it looks like it's going to play Squid Game music in Korean and English. So, I'm not really sure if it'll do anything. Maybe it'll spin its head and stuff, because I do know it's like the red light, green light doll. So maybe it'll spin its head, and I don't really know what it would do. But this thing does look like it's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see how big it is in person, because I heard she is going to be like kind of big and stuff. So that's all I really have to say here. Nothing really too much. I don't really know if it's like movie accurate or like screen accurate. So, because I never watched Squid Games. I'm not really like a Squid Game guy, but this thing does look pretty cool though. I will say that. All right, on to the next animatronic.
No more clowning around. It's time for monkey business.
Okay, guys, so this is Monkey Business. This is another clown that we have. Well, actually, Bullseye was another clown, but I should mention that. But this is this one and Headcase Harry are definitely the best clowns this year by far. I do like Monkey Business a lot. There's a couple things. There's only like two things I don't really like about Monkey Business. One is actually both their faces. The clown's face. It does not really look that scary at all. I'm not really a big fan of it. It just does, I mean, I guess it doesn't really need to be scary because the monkey looks angry and stuff. But I do like the monkey's face, but I just don't like how plasticky it looks. It looks kind of plasticky. I don't really like that. And stuff. But also, this thing is also $330, which that is kind of a lot for this thing. It just moves its mouth and a monkey jumps out of a box. I've seen, like, this thing is kind of like Henry Hustle. Like, Henry Hustle only had, like, 2 things of animation. And, but and this is like way more than Henry Hustle. But I get there's tariffs and stuff, but I don't feel like it should be that much. But yeah. But I do think this would be a great jump scare. It looks like that monkey shoots out of the box really, really fast, which is pretty cool. That is going to be a good jump scare. That's definitely going to scare a lot of people and stuff. I do like how it says like just for you on the box, and it's like wrapped up and stuff. I honestly did not know what Monkey Business was going to be when I first saw his name, but I'm glad that it was this, because I didn't. But honestly, out of the two monkey animatronics that we've gotten in the past like 2 years, I think I like Monty better than this one. Monty was just like cooler than this guy. But I'm not saying that this guy is not cool. I do think he is pretty cool, but he's just not really one that I like too much. Anyways, on to the next one. Okay, so here's the one that we've known about the longest out of all of them, which is the Mutant Sewer Rat. And this guy is pretty cool. I do like this guy a lot. He's this is exactly what a mutant sewer rat should be. He is pretty cool. I do like how he has like a lot of pieces of flesh torn off his body, his face, and his hands. That is just pretty cool. And even on his ears and stuff. And I do like how he has like claws on his hands and feet. That's another really good touch too. And I also like how he has whiskers too. I feel like I don't really see like a lot of animatronics that have whiskers, which I'm glad this guy does, because you gotta have whiskers if you're doing a rat and stuff. And there's also a lot of cool details on the face, like kind of like the wrinkles and stuff. I do like that. And I'm not a big fan that the eyes light up, though. I don't think that really makes sense. It'd be cool if they were just black and stuff. That's all it really needs to be, stuff. That's my only complaint. It's not really like a major one. Like you probably could like just unplug a wire and that's it. Like it's not that big of a deal. I also really like how he's hunched over too. That's another really cool thing about him. If you don't like rats, then this will be like a good scary animatronic. This would scare you and stuff. He is $230 though, which that is I think that's just a teeny bit too much. I mean, he just moves his head from side to side and move his mouth. He is a pretty small one too. He's like 4.2 feet tall, which I feel like some people wish that he was bigger, but this is a mutant sewer rat we're talking about. Like this is like giant for a rat. Like this is completely fine. Like this, it doesn't really need to be bigger than this. But I do really like the sewer rat. I cannot wait to see him in stores. Anyways, on to the next one.
Nobody gave me any candy. Now I'm really angry. Oh, better now.
So here is Trixie. Now, I know all of you guys are expecting me to this is definitely going to be his favorite prop of the year, which when I first saw the video, it was my favorite prop, but once when I saw people unboxing in person, I don't really like this thing a lot anymore. I do like I absolutely love the concept that they were going for here, like a little like trick-or-treater girl, and that is a unique jump scare though, and I just wish all the other ones were like this one, because when I saw people unbox them, a couple of some complaints that just ruin it for me. The face, the blood job on the face is not good at all. I like it's if I'm sorry for everybody that loves Trixie. I'm just not a big fan of the paint job on the face. The face does not really look that good on the ones in person. I also don't like how the mask lights up her face when she jumps up. That makes no sense. Like, I don't really like that. I have a huge problem with that. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I didn't even see it lighting up until I saw it in person because I didn't really see it lighting up in the video. And another complaint is, holy crap, I've seen a couple of videos of her. She jumps up insanely slow. Like this thing is going to have a hard time scaring anybody if it doesn't jump as fast as this. I think I've only seen one person unbox her that actually jumps like pretty quickly. And stuff. And sometimes it doesn't even jump up enough to reveal the knife too. And the knife is like one of the good parts about this prop. And also the mechanism. What the hell is this mechanism? I'm pretty sure Crazy Create made this. That is a pulley mechanism? Seriously? That is just stupid. Like, literally could have done any other mechanism. Like you could have done the standard spring pop-up pull mechanism with like the extra spring. But no, you had to choose a weird mechanism. Bro. That is just stupid. This thing's probably going to be bad quality and stuff. But I will say she's still in my top 5. I do absolutely love her concept, but I just don't really like the way she is in person and stuff. Like, because I've seen videos of like the final. Like I obviously haven't seen her in person, at least not yet, because this thing's going to be inbox only, which I feel like that's both good and bad because I do really want to see this in person. But at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know. But I do like Trixie, but at the same time, I don't like Trixie. On to the next one. Okay, guys, so this is the Night Owl. And this is one of the ones that I just don't like at all. Like, this thing is not a good animatronic at all, in my opinion. I know a lot of people really like this, and I can definitely see why people would like this. But when I first saw like the name like Owl Beast, this thing was originally going to be called like Owl Beast or something. But I don't really like it at all. Like I thought it was gonna be like a real life owl. This just looks like a statue, and I was not looking forward to like a statue owl. I was hoping we would get like a real like zombified owl, kind of like the mutant sewer rat. I was hoping this would be like something even better than the mutant sewer rat. And I also don't like how shiny it looks. Like the head looks so shiny and plasticky. It does not look that good at all. I mean, a good thing about this prop, it looks like it is going to be pretty big, though. But still, this thing's supposed to be on display. Like, why couldn't Trixie or Twisted Grandma be, like, on display? This thing should have been one of the inbox-only ones, because, but Spirit Halloween has to make the stupidest decisions on what they do with their animatronics. Because they just have to throw the good ones up on this, or some of the bad ones up on display and hide the good ones. But yeah, I mean, it's just Owl Beast, and also I feel like he could have done a little bit more than just flap his wings and stuff. I don't really like how his eyes light up and stuff. It just, he does not look good at all, and the audio is also kind of annoying too. It's just, this guy is just not my type of animatronic. I do not like this guy at all. So anyway, on to the next one. Hold up if I can frickin'... Here is Trick or Treat Pete. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are expecting me to this be one of the ones that I don't like this year, but I actually really do enjoy Trick or Treat Pete and stuff. I know he's a clown. I know he's not scary at all, not even a bit, but I will say he is pretty cool. I like what he does, and I wasn't really expecting this one to be scary anyway, because I know this was going to be like a kid-friendly animatronic and stuff. And this is exactly how I thought it would turn out. So I do really like this guy a lot. I like how he dispenses candy and stuff. We never really got an animatronic that dispenses candy. Because I was gonna be kind of disappointed if Trick or Treat Pete was gonna be like some kind of like jump scare animatronic. I know I say I always love jump scare animatronics over the ones that are not jump scares. But there's so many jump scare Trick or Treat like animatronics where you reach into the bowl and then the thing does something. But I'm glad how this guy actually like spits out candy into the bowl though. I mean that's all he really needed to do anyway. I do really like how he's Bluetooth compatible, so I guess you could but I'm pretty sure it'd just be better like playing the original sound. But the cool thing about this is this guy looks like he is going to be kind of giant though. Which I do really like that. I cannot wait to see this because this guy looks huge. I can't wait to see him in person. But I will say $240 is way too much for this guy. I'm like Monkey Business. This is worse than Monkey Business because all this guy does is stand up and shoot out candy and just plays audio. Like it doesn't really do a whole lot. This thing should be less than like $200. But yeah, I don't understand why this guy is $240. What's Trixie, Backbend Bonnie, and Twisted Grandma. All of those are like less cheaper than they're cheaper than this guy, and they're like it would have made more sense if one of those were like $240 over this guy because. This guy, it does not make sense. But I don't really judge or rank animatronics based on their pricing and stuff because I just do want the actual animatronic and stuff. But I do really love Trick or Treat Pete a lot. I also really like his clothes. The clothes are really cool too. And yeah, so Trick or Treat Pete is a really cool animatronic. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so here is our first. Actually, no, not first license number. I forgot about Young He, but this is Santa Art the Clown, and I must say this version of Art the Clown. Some of you may get mad at me when I say this, but this thing is way better than the one last year. I love how this guy actually includes blood with him and stuff. Like you don't really have to put blood on him and stuff. I really like that. And another thing I really like about him is the audio. Thank God it's not annoying because holy crap, the Art the Clown last year, I feel bad for whoever was working at Spirit Halloween last year and had to listen to the horn noises all day from Art the Clown. Cause whenever I went to a Spirit Halloween, I did not activate Art the Clown a lot because I just did not want to piss off anybody working because I'm pretty sure people that were working there just want to go over there and just beat up Art the Clown until he just did not make any noises anymore. But at least this guy has a song that I could jam out to because I actually do kind of like the song a little bit. I was holding a weapon too. I kind of wished last year's Art the Clown would hold a weapon instead of a horn. I mean, this guy is basically a reskin though, which I'm not. like I'm not mad about that or anything. I didn't know what else they could do to different about him because I don't really know, but I do like the Santa or the clown better than the one from last year. But yeah, so but I don't really know if this is like a Halloween or a Christmas. I guess it's a Halloween animatronic because it's like a clown dressed up as Santa Claus. But I don't really know. So I guess it can be used for both. And I also like how he has like the removable glasses and stuff. But yeah, this guy is my second place in my favorite for like the licensed props this year. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so this is Valak, and this is my favorite licensed prop this year. I love the Conjuring movies and stuff. I love scary nuns and stuff. So I was really excited to find out that we were getting a Valak animatronic. And I did kind of know what it was gonna do. I knew it was gonna shoot out like that because we've seen the prototype one, the picture of the prototype one stuff. But I don't understand why they wouldn't just go with the prototype one because the mechanism looks so much better on the prototype one. I'm not sure what the heck that is right there, because it is. I've heard like it's breaking and stuff. I think that's the reason why it's out of stock. Like I think it got recalled because the mechanism was just so bad. This thing is made by like Woyu and stuff, which Woyu, I feel like Woyu kind of has like questionable quality animatronics and stuff. But I do really like what she does. It doesn't really look like she shoots out that far, though, but I just know in person, because this thing is going to be in stores, thank God, that this thing will probably shoot out further in person than it looks like it does on all the videos. But one minor complaint that I have is when people like unbox her audio quality does not sound good. That's one of the things like, whoa, you like some of the audio, like the audio quality is not really the best, like the speaker quality, but I'm pretty sure it'll have like an external speaker jack. Like almost every single animatronic has like an external speaker jack, so the sound will be improved and stuff. But I just really love Valak, and I'm so happy that we have her this year, and I can't wait to see her in person. I can't wait to see all these in person, except for Owl Beast and some of the other ones. But anyway, on to the next one. Okay, guys, so this is Back Ben Bonnie, also known as my favorite prop for this year. Back Ben Bonnie is an absolute incredible animatronic and stuff. I absolutely love Back Ben Bonnie. This thing is like old Spirit Halloween. This is again similar to Broken Spine Girl, which Broken Spine Girl is obviously my favorite animatronic of all time. I don't even know how many times I've said it on my channel, but this one is very similar to it. I am kind of happy though what they did here. Like it's not really like a jump scare. It just like bends back slowly. I feel like at times that would work. At times that would work better than Broken Spine Girl. But then again, when I first saw Broken Spine Girl in person for the first time in Spirit Halloween 2014, when she bent back fast like that, that did scare me. Like I was like, wow. But like I wanted to run away from her when she did that. I'm pretty sure this one will do the same thing and stuff, but I'm pretty sure this will be like a slower. I do like that she's slower though, and $180 for this is 100% worth it. I'm so happy that this thing is like $180, because that is 100% worth it. She is kind of short though, but that's not really a huge problem and stuff. I absolutely love her face. Dude, her face is absolutely incredible. I love how she has I love scars on faces and like gore, kind of like flesh torn off and stuff. I love like her mouth and stuff, and I wish she didn't have pupils though, but that's not really a big deal. You could probably like paint over them and stuff just so she'll have classic techie white eyes. I love classic techie white eyes and stuff. And I also like the outfit she's wearing. I like the color of it. It looks like it's good quality and stuff too. And it's just Backbend Bonnie is a really creepy and she's scary. She's a scary animatronic. And she's not the only one that's scary. Most of these props are scary, like Headcase Harry, and a couple of other ones like Twisted Grandma and Valak. Like there's a lot of scary ones this year, which is good because I love scary animatronics a lot. They are awesome. Anyway, on to the next one.
I have risen from the dark pit of despair. It burns inside me.
Okay, guys, so here is the Fire Demon, and we're back on YouTube again for this one because this one is also not on the website yet. But Fire Demon is cool. I absolutely love Fire Demon a lot. I'm so happy that he's a jump scare. I mean, when I first saw his name, I was like, there's no way that this animatronic is not going to be lame. But then when I saw the picture, I was like, okay, this guy looks pretty cool. But the question is, will he do anything cool? Then we saw another picture of him with his arms covering his face and stuff. And I was like, oh, God, I hope this thing's going to be a jump scare because that would be pretty cool. And sure enough, my wish came true. This thing is a jump scare, which I think it's going to be a pretty cool jump scare, too. And I love his voice. I love his voice a lot. It's so deep. I like how it's, like, delayed and stuff. And I also like how he's, like, flaming on the inside and stuff. Like, this gives off, like, Cremator vibes from last year, but this one is a million times better than the Cremator. This guy is made by Crazy Crate, and he is actually outdoor proof, which is I really do like how he's outdoor proof, and I do like all the details on the face and stuff. I like how he has like horns and stuff. I absolutely love that. And I'm not sure how much this guy will be though. Probably high 200s, if not like low 300s. Probably gets like $300 for this guy. Which, I feel like he's worth it. Like, he does look like he's going to be a pretty giant animatronic. Like a pretty big one. But overall, Fire Demon is definitely in top 3 for the best animatronics this year. So, that was Fire Demon. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, so here's Two-Face Teddy, and I actually think he's pretty cool. Wait. You guys thought I liked Two-Face Teddy? No. He's not the one that's, like, the biggest letdown of the year, but I just don't like him at all. He's a pretty bad animatronic. Like, he has the same face mold as Poor George, but they did a lazy job on it. Like, all that changed was, like, the face expression. Like, the overall face didn't change. Like, Poor George's head would have worked better for this, and this head would have worked better for Poor George. Like, change the color scheme of both animatronics and the head, then Two-Face Teddy probably would have been a little bit better. But he's just not. People are saying like he's last year's Night Terror, which I won't disagree. I agree and disagree. Because Night Terror, he was just the biggest disappointment ever. I mean, there was another huge disappointment this year, which that will be coming up pretty soon. But But this thing, when I heard Two-Face Teddy, I was hoping it was going to be like a teddy bear that had two faces and stuff. But I just had a feeling that it was going to be a huge letdown. And I wasn't wrong, because I've learned my lesson from last year, actually, kind of this year too, to not get my hopes up for animatronics. Like, it's always the ones that have the cool names that are bad. The ones that have the cool names are bad, and the ones that have the bad names are cool, or like the underwhelming ones, I'd say. Because I thought Fire Demon was going to be a horrible animatronic, but he's in my top 3. I thought this guy was going to be pretty cool too. But he's not. I do kind of like his color scheme though, like black and like orange. It looks like don't really see that every day, like black and orange on animatronics. I think that is the color scheme is pretty good because it's not one that's used a lot. But the audio is okay, I guess. I mean, and also this thing is $130, which I feel like this thing should have been the same price as Night Terror, $100. But this is definitely this year's version of Night Terror. This thing is just not that good at all. Very like a lazy animatronic. But it is like a good animatronic if you're like getting into animatronics and stuff. But this guy is definitely the worst clown this year. I do not like Two-Face Teddy at all. Anyways, on to the next one.
Do you hear that sound? That's the grinding of my bones coming to suck you in while you're sleeping. Sweet scream!
Okay, guys, so here is Twisted Grandma, and holy crap, this thing just screams 2010 to 2016 Spirit Halloween vibes. I love Twisted Grandma so much. She is a scary animatronic. I absolutely love it. Like her face is really cool, and I love how she just has like just plain eyes and not have any details. That just makes the prop scarier in my opinion and stuff. I'm not a big fan that they use Emmeline's hands for it though, because I feel like she would have been better with just like plain hands. I don't think she really needed like sharp nails or anything like that. But to be honest, it does work though. Another minor complaint I have, which this one could probably be fixed like really easily. I'm not a big fan of how she has creepy cloth. I don't really think that makes sense for a grandma animatronic. But you can easily like cut that off and stuff. I feel like it just should have been the nightgown and stuff. But a lot of people are like the clothing on like the concept art version better than this one. But I think I like the pink better. I think I like that one better. Another minor complaint I have, I don't like the way the mouth moves. I don't like how it just like goes straight up and down. That just looks kind of stupid and stuff. But it's all right though. It's like all these like I know a lot of them I have like little minor complaints about them, but it's not that I don't like them at all. Like all the ones that I've had minor complaints for have all been really like they've all been pretty cool. Like I absolutely like this one in my top 5, probably even top 3 for sure. Because this one is just really cool. I love how we have like 2 backwards animatronics and stuff. And that is going to be like a good jump scare though. But to be honest, I kind of wish like her torso and stuff were the ones that rotated slowly. Then she spun her head around. But we kind of have Two-Face Teddy doing that, so we don't really need another one. So I guess it does make sense. But that is going to be a really good jump scare this year. It's definitely going to scare some people a lot. But overall, Twisted Grandma is a really cool animatronic. Oh, I also forgot to comment on her voice. I do really like her voice too. It kind of sounds like a witch's voice a little bit, but I'm not sure what else they could have really done with a grandma animatronic. But this Twisted Grandma is just a really amazing animatronic. But she's in store box only, Spirit Halloween. You should have put her on display instead of the Owl Beast. Might want to think about doing put her on display next year or something like that. Because I would have loved to see Twisted Grandma or Trixie on display. That would have been amazing to see. Okay, on to the next one.
trespassing on hallowed ground. Not everyone who does gets to live to tell about it.
Okay, guys, so this is Sinister Strawman or Mr. Dark number 4. And I will say this one is probably second, if not the best, Mr. Dark animatronic out of all the 4 of them. Because Hellspawn has been my favorite since like 2023 and stuff. But I don't really know. This guy and Hellspawn are like really on par. I mean, I really love Hellspawn's audio and stuff. The audio is really what does it for me in Hellspawn. And I also like how he's like fast. And he is also taller than Mr. Dark and Tallulah. But this guy is the tallest one out of all of them. Mainly because of the hat. But I do like how this guy actually speaks before he jumps up. I kind of wanted a Hellspawn and Tallulah. I mean, Tallulah kind of does it like sound effects play, but I kind of wish she like actually spoke before she jumped up. Because, I mean, a good thing with like one of them that speaks and makes noises before it jumps up, like you don't think it's going to do anything. You think it's just going to sit there, then it just jumps up that high and stuff. And these ones always scare people. Like last year, people got very scared of Hellspawn when he jumped up and stuff. But he's a really good looking Scarecrow. I absolutely love his face. This is a better Scarecrow animatronic this year than last year. I do like how his creepy cloth and like the clothes itself are different and stuff. I like how he has like ropes tied around him and stuff. I was not expecting Sinister Strawman to be this detailed, but he is very amazing. I absolutely love it. The one thing I didn't like, but in the video it looks like he jumped up slow, but in person people have got him looked like he jumps up a little bit faster, which is really good. But honestly, it probably would be better for him to be in-store box only too, because we've seen an animatronic like this in stores for like the past, 2024, like the past 4 seasons. But it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's good for people to like always. Like, I thought after Hellspawn, then we would never see another animatronic like this again. I'm glad. I'm kind of getting sick of it, but I'm kind of glad they're bringing it out so everybody would have an opportunity to get an animatronic like this. Because I was pretty disappointed when 2023 came rolling around, and I didn't really know too much about Hellspawn yet, and Mr. Dark was gone. Because I really wanted Mr. Dark. Because this animatronic would have been. Because animatronics like this would always be very cool. They scare a lot of people and stuff. I also really love Sinister Strawman's voice too, and stuff. I also like how he has like more than one phrase too. That's another thing that makes the prop better and stuff. Like this thing just comes with everything that I kind of wish this animatronic had. So I'm pretty sure I would have to say Sinister Strawman is the best Mr. Dark like animatronic. Anyway, we only have 2 more to do, so let's get into those ones right now.
Do not venture any further. There will be no escape.
Okay, guys, so here is the Lantern Keeper. And this guy is pretty sick. I'm not even going to lie. This is another one. I thought this one was going to be the worst one this year, but I couldn't have been more wrong because this guy is absolutely pretty cool. I thought this guy was going to be like a Reaper, like a plain Reaper animatronic with a lantern. But I'm so glad he's like a pumpkin farmer and stuff. I absolutely really like that. I like how he like raises his hand to like shush you while he's doing his activation. His voice is pretty good. It's not really the best voice, but it's up there. I also love how detailed the pumpkin is and stuff. And he everything is just pretty detailed. I like how his chest is like ripped open and stuff. That is pretty cool. And I also love how like kind of beat up his hat is too. That's not really something that you see a lot on Scarecrow animatronics type of thing. But This year is definitely a really good year for Spirit Halloween Scarecrows. This one is probably better than Sinister Strawman, to be honest. But this one is really, really, really cool. And I kind of figured all he was gonna do was turn from side to side and stuff. I did not think he was gonna like shush you or like put his finger up or anything. But this guy is gonna be pretty cool, and I can't wait to see him in stores. And this guy is also outdoor rated too, so you can use him outside, which is pretty cool. So Pan Asian Creations did a good job with that. I'm pretty sure that's the company that made this. But yeah, so that was the Lantern Keeper, and then we only have one more animatronic to do, so let's talk about that one right now. And I'm just the last animatronic, man.
Hi there. Are you lost? Don't worry, I know all the secrets of this creepy place. But beware, you don't want to fall in an open grave.
Okay. I'm not going to have a total crash out like I did last year on Night Terror, because I do remember doing that, but this is Grave Danger. And same thing happened this year with last year. I thought this one was going to be like the best one this year, but complete letdown. I do not like this one at all. This is like worse than Angeline, I think. I do not like this at all. The face, I don't like the face on it, and the clothes, it's just, they could have done so many different animatronic ideas with Grave Danger, which honestly at first when Grave Danger's name came out, I was like, holy crap, this thing is going to be pretty cool. But I reminded myself not to get my hopes up because it might be like Night Terror. But when I heard it was going to be online only, then I was like, okay, there's no way that this thing is bad. But then here we are with this fucking thing right here. I do not like Grave Danger at all. It is, I don't even know what to say. At this point, I'm used to animatronics being like this, so that's why I'm not really like crashing out like I did with Night Terror last year. Because Night Terror was still a bigger disappointment than this, though. But I mean, it does make sense. Like, it actually does like fit the theme. Night Terror had a scary name, but he just wasn't scary at all. But I don't have any words. Like this one is just a really big disappointment. It's like Angeline from like 5 years ago and stuff. I do not like this one at all. So I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people that really like this one. But when I first saw this, I thought this was going to be like Sadistic Sadie or something like that. But I was really disappointed when I found out it was Grave Danger. So, anyway, that's all the animatronics. Hold on. So that was Spirit Halloween's 2025 animatronics. And like I said before, this year is a really good year. Some light letdowns like we just talked about like 30 seconds ago. But honestly, everything else is just peak. Like, I absolutely love everything about this year. So I did have to say my top 5 favorite animatronics. So I mean, I'll definitely rank all of these from worst to best. But my top 5 animatronics are Fire Demon, Backbend Bonnie, Headcase Harry, Trixie, and Twisted Grandma. So yeah, those ones are the best ones this year. Yeah, all the other ones are still really good too, except for Night Owl. Not Trixie, never mind. Grave Danger and Two-Face Teddy. But everything else is just really good. I'm really pleased with this year. I think this year's probably better than 2023, to be honest. But yeah, I'm very excited for Spirit Halloween to open. I can't wait to see all these animatronics in person. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.